All right, hello. We're back with, I'm going to introduce everybody. This is the planning team for the WREATHS for Veterans here in Dracut, and I'll start with Chris Scrubs Coakley. You're the Vice President of the Nam Knights Motorcycle Club.
You know I am.
Yeah. Steve Shadow Fitzgerald, you're the Sergeant at Arms, First Sergeant at Arms
right.
at the Motorcycle Club, and Bob Indy Mitchell, you're the Secretary. And the three of you have kind of been really busy putting this program together. Let me just start first with you, Scrubs. What branch of service were you, and what period of service?
I was in the Army, the only real service, and it was during the first Gulf War.
Okay.
I was in the 10th Mountain Division, but my unit did not go.
And Shadow?
I was in the Army, 88 to 91.
All right, and Bob?
I am a Patriot member with the club, and my job is to serve those who served.
Thank you. All right, Scrubs, this is a program that I know we've been involved in at other places. Why don't you give us the background on how we got involved with this wreath idea and kind of bring us up to where we are today?
Yes, sir. So every year, on the second or third Saturday in December, across the nation, they do a program called Wreaths Across America, where people come to cemeteries and they lay wreaths on the graves of our fallen soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, to memorialize them and to pay homage to their service and to kind of remember them in the holiday time. The past few years, we've gone to Boscawen Cemetery up in New Hampshire, the National Cemetery up there. And the program initially was, I wouldn't say small, but it was moderate, and it's grown to the point where last year they had to actually shut the street down and turn people away. There were so many people there to lay wreaths. So we thought it would be a great idea to bring that program to our own community. Instead of going out into other communities, we could start something in our own community.
And so this will be the first time that this program will actually run here in Dracut?
Yes, sir. It's in the spirit, as you say, of crawl, walk, run. We're crawling this year, so sure. We're hoping to grow from here.
All right. And we're doing it a little bit different here. Normally we would muster out in the cold and, we had a cemetery location, but we're trying something a little bit different, which I really like the idea. What are we doing?
Well, we're going to meet here in the Legion Hall and have breakfast with our comrades and invite the community in. And if you want to come down and have a bite, it'll be like breakfast, a little coffee. There'll be a few remarks from some of the local folks, and at that point, after we wrap all that up, then we'll head out and we'll hit the local cemeteries and the hot spots and lay wreaths and where we think they deserve to be.
All right. And Indy, how many wreaths total are we going to end up laying?
There's 11 locations, including this one. So we're going to be going around to the cemeteries as well as the veterans.
Yeah, so I know we're going to include Veterans Memorial Park.
Thank you.
Monahan Park and Boulay Park are definitely on the list, and then respective cemetery locations, and then I think we're going to put a wreath at the Legion here.
Correct.
As well. Correct. All right. Good. Scrubs, do we? Right now, we don't have any sponsorship for this, but correct. Going forward, this could become an intensive program, right?
Well, I myself, I'm hoping that it grows by leaps and bounds, and this year we're starting with 11 wreaths. Maybe next year we maybe do 100 wreaths. Who knows? Who knows where it'll go from here? But I think it's important at this time of year to remember the people that have served and that are still serving. I mean, just yesterday, the day before, we had 3 of our fellow comrades go down overseas. These people are still out there. They're still doing the heavy lifting. And despite the fact that our lives go on unsmattered, these people are out there doing it.
And I had exactly the same reaction when I saw that press release this week. I think it was an eye-opener for a lot of people that didn't realize that at this time of year, people are still out there, and we tend to forget about it. The thing I know that struck me going in theater was how robust the activity was there and how little coverage was being received back there.
There hasn't been a lot of effect on the average everyday citizen in the United States. They don't really. It's not like it used to be, like World War II. Everybody kind of contributed to the war effort. It's just not that way anymore. I think part of the general public tends to kind of either put it in the back of their mind, or sometimes I think they completely forget that there are people out there that are in harm's way on a day-to-day basis. and I think it's important that we remember that.
Right. Anything else you want to add about the Wreath program before we kind of wrap it up?
Come on out. It should be a great time. Free breakfast. What's not to like about a free breakfast?
Right, we'll ply you with food. Exactly.
Yeah, we'll come on down. We'll remember our boys and girls downrange, and hopefully have a good time doing it.
Great. Anything you wanted to add?
Unsmattering is not a word.
Yeah, I made it up.
And Indy?
We're really excited about this. We're taking this to a little bit of a different level, as it was mentioned, but I really think this can take off and really be something that's going to continue to grow year after year. I'm personally really excited about it.
And before we close, I just want to point out, when you say we're taking this off, we're not trying to make this an event about the NAM Nights. We're making this an event for the local area. And
it's not a fundraiser.
Yeah.
it's not a fundraiser, and it's not to promote the club. It's to bring something to the community that's being done elsewhere, and we think would be a great addition to the local area.
It really is. And if you've never been involved in the Wreaths Across America program, to see the throngs of people laying wreaths on soldiers' graves, it warms your heart. You know, it's one of those instances where you see people do remember. You know?
And we've used the term Wreaths Across America. I just want to point out we're not affiliated with
Correct.
Wreaths Across
We're
America.
not.
Although many programs are in this area this program is independent at the moment.
Again, we thought it was a great program, so we thought we'd try to bring something like it home.